Hey friends, Peter Range here, Senior Fellow for the Center for Christian Virtue, as well as host of Say Yes to Life on Annunciation Radio and host of The Catholic Citizen on Awakened Catholic, here to wish you a blessed and grace-filled Fidelity Month. This month is so incredibly important as we return our loyalty and fidelity to God, to our nation, and to the covenantal commitments we have made in life. And to inspire you during this month, I want to share the story with you of my parents. My father has a pretty unique story. At age 11, he contracted the polio virus 3 weeks before he was going to be vaccinated with the polio vaccine. Now, he lost all the controls of his limbs, but fortunately, through some rehabilitation, he got about 50% usage of his right arm back. Now, my tough Irish grandmother, Mary Agnes Range, said, Jerry, you're going to learn to take care of yourself. So he did. It would take my dad, literally with that one good right arm, about 40 minutes just to put his pants on in the morning, but he learned to become self-sufficient. So to make a long story short, he went to the University of Illinois, got his master's in journalism, then he moved to Cleveland, Ohio, where he was working for the Cleveland Plain Dealer. Now, one night he was getting a ride home from a buddy. They got into a car accident. He ends up at St. John's Hospital there in the Cleveland area, and the nurse assigned to his room was a woman by the name of Mary Jean Cook. That's my mother. So they met quite literally by accident. They ended up getting married a year later after having met in the hospital. And then they ended up having 6 kids, including myself. So talk about fidelity to marriage and to the covenantal commitment to give life. Nonetheless, when I was just 8 years old, we were living in Dayton, Ohio at the time. My father was experiencing some severe depression, anxiety. When he got stressed, he couldn't go run it off. He was just kind of stuck in his wheelchair. So he went to see a psychiatrist. She was wonderful for him and prescribed him medication just to help him fall asleep at night. Now, the medication was legally prescribed. It was FDA approved. But what they didn't know is the medication was being made illegally by the company. So it ended up injuring thousands, killing hundreds, and re-paralyzing my father again from the neck down in 1989. So the last 26 years of his life, day in and day out, completely dependent upon my mom and us 6 kids for his every single need. But despite that second paralyzation in life, my dad remained loyal, remained faithful to his faith, which is just so important to him, and that was passed down then to each one of us kids. And then my mother remained faithful, remained loyal to the covenant of marriage, despite the fact that she took care of my dad's every single need for 26 straight years, 3 square meals a day, blowing his nose, or even wiping his backside after he went to the restroom. My mother remained faithful, remained loyal to the covenant of marriage. So I want to inspire and encourage you, no matter what difficulties or challenges you might be experiencing, remain faithful, remain loyal to those covenantal commitments you've made in life. And when we all do this collectively, then we'll return this nation to be one nation under God. God bless you and happy Fidelity Month.